This week in U.S. immigration news, we are going to cover: U.S. provides abortion access for detained migrant youths. Detained immigrants faced invasive medical care. Philadelphia receives first bus of migrants. DHS continues TPS and related documentation for certain beneficiaries. Venezuelan migration to the U.S. border. Cuba agrees to accept U.S. deportation flights. Last week, the U.S. government took steps to help pregnant migrant youths who are in custody without their parents to access abortion services by assigning them to shelters in states that still permit this access. Pregnant migrant youths will also be provided with transportation if needed, from states where abortion is mostly banned to a state where it is legal. These policy changes provided by the Biden administration are in response to how the Supreme Court overturned the nationwide right to abortion access in June. Government officials and contractors with religious opposition to abortion are not required to assist in providing access under this policy update. According to a bipartisan Senate investigation, immigrants that were detained in an U.S. facility were exposed to excessive and unnecessary gynecological procedures. The investigation focused on the Irwin County Detention Center in Georgia but also raised concerns over inadequate safeguards throughout the U.S. immigration detention system. The investigation lasted 18 months and builds on previous scrutiny of the Georgia facility. The prior allegations were from a whistleblower who said a doctor contracted by the facility performed gynecological procedures on detainees without their consent, resulting in the use of this center temporarily halted. Senate investigators reviewed thousands of medical records and other documents, concluding many immigrants at the detention facility were subjected to unnecessary vaginal ultrasounds, contraceptive injections, and dilation and curettage procedures. Philadelphia has received its first bus of migrants that have been sent from Texas. Governor Greg Abbott of Texas has already sent thousands of migrants to other cities across the country. On Wednesday morning, the migrants arrived at Philadelphia's 30th Street station. Helen Jim, a Philadelphia City Council member, reported that there were around 28 migrants on the bus, including a 10-year-old who was sick. Philadelphia city officials said Texas government officials did not give the city any notice of the transport, nor did they coordinate with them about it. On November 10, 2022, DHS posted a Federal Register notice announcing the continuation of temporary protected status and certain related documents for beneficiaries under the TPS designations that remain subject to a court order. TPS beneficiaries from El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Nepal, as well as the 2011 Haiti designation and the 2013 Sudan designation, will retain their TPS while the preliminary injunction in Ramos and the stay of proceedings order in Badurai remain in effect, provided they continue to meet all the individual requirements for eligibility. The extension will continue through to June 30, 2024. The Biden administration recently announced a change in the country's immigration policy regarding Venezuelan migrants. This policy change has resulted in a significant reduction of Venezuelan migration to the U.S.-Mexico border in October. The amount of migrant apprehensions at the border remains high, with many people arriving from Cuba and Nicaragua. Throughout October, Venezuelan migrants were processed 22,044 times, which is a slight decrease compared to the 33,804 apprehensions in September, resulting in a 35% decrease. Cuba agreed to accept U.S. deportation flights that carry Cubans apprehended at the U.S.-Mexico border. Deportations of Cubans were paused during the pandemic, but the U.S. continues to deport a small number of Cubans through commercial airlines.
Friends, show us some love and smash the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. If you have an immigration problem or need a second opinion because you cannot get a hold of your own lawyer, schedule a meeting with our team. Share information with our CARES team and they will help you get scheduled with our legal team. Now here's a secret code to unlock the free 15 minutes.